about to try and start a party for 600 people, and I looked at him, I said, brother, there's no announcement in the world I'd rather make, but if there's any chance that I'm wrong, I look like the biggest jerk in the world. And he was like, no, I understand. And he called a buddy up who was a 6'5" major in the United States Marine Corps. And this gentleman looked at me and he said, son, I promise you that our Navy SEALs captured and killed bin Laden tonight, and I also promise you that in about an hour it's going to be public knowledge. So we deserve to celebrate, we want to celebrate. I need you to make that announcement right now. And so I made that announcement. That's the enthusiasm that this requires. So I made the announcement, and as you can only imagine, we partied like we'd never partied before. We played for 4 straight hours. We held the American flag. We brought a bunch of our troops up to sing with us. And so fast forward the next 7 weeks, we were on the road. When we finally got home, I walked in the front door of my house, and sitting on the living room table was a box. I opened up the box, and sitting inside was an American flag and a plaque. What I didn't know was the night that we were celebrating, my friends that were stationed over in Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, they were actually watching us live on the webcam, and they learned the news along with us. And they were so taken back by mine and my band's celebration that they took a flag that night, they flew it for 9 minutes and 11 seconds over the base of Gitmo, and they presented it to me for my patriotism. It's the greatest gift I've ever received in my entire life. It leads me to this song. A little more than 2 years ago, I was lying in bed. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and one of those gentlemen that used to be stationed over in Gitmo had since been transferred to Okinawa. He sent me a text message at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it said, Joe, there's a million songs about our armed forces. There's just as many about the unfortunate ones we've lost. But what I've never heard before is a song specifically written for those that have gone overseas, have fought for our country, and have since come home and are dealing with what they heard, what they felt, what they smelled. It's called post-traumatic stress disorder, and it strickens hundreds and thousands of our veterans every single day. And so I took that as an honor and a challenge. I took the next 6 months of my life and I did some research, and I met with my dad, who's the United States retired Army, and a whole bunch of my friends. Heck yeah. And I proudly wrote this song with a friend of mine in Nashville, and I tell everybody it's my favorite song and the most important song I ever wrote. The reason it's my favorite is what I just told you. It's a lot of time with friends and family and troops, but the reason it's the most important, ladies and gentlemen, is my band and I have learned in the last 12 months that the United States Armed Forces is now using our song as therapy for our troops that are coming home fighting for overseas. As a songwriter, that is bigger than any award that I will ever receive the rest of my life. That's the greatest thing, greatest honor of my life. So I know we're in a bar, I know we're in a casino, I know there's kind of different areas, but as I always do, I'm going to ask for 3 minutes of silence during this song. If somebody's talking, please don't be rude, but just a quiet, polite shh would be appreciated. This goes out to all the United States Armed Forces. Thank you for listening. This is called A Soldier's Memoir. Been home about 6 months now. I still have my doubts. I'm not sure how I got here, how I'm gonna get out. My mama says I look the same as I did before I left. If she could see inside of me, I'm scared to death. I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun. I can hear my sergeant screaming, run soldier run. I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, got it weighed a ton. And I see death in every single thought. They taught me how to put that uniform, but I just can't get it off. Last Saturday they honored us in a small parade downtown. They shot off those fireworks, nearly hit the ground. While they smiled and cheered for us, enemies back there, and I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun. I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, got it weighing a ton. And I see death in every single thought. It's on me, I put that on. I just can't get it all. God, there's no end in sight. 'Cause even though I'm home now, I'm still fighting for my life. I can still taste the powder, barrel of my gun. I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, got it weighing a ton. And I see death in every single thought. They taught me how to pull that phone. Just can't get it on. Thank you so much, everybody.